I am crazy not to think about anything that I could think of. I wanted to start this off with a crazy, like, why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I thinking about these things that I'm thinking about? Am I crazy? Am I thinking about things in my head? So, like, I was thinking about, what if a person was involved in an affair, and the affair that came about was very obvious, and the person that was having the affair on them, they weren't they were wrong, it messed with them, but they were pretty much in denial about it, like trying to be, oh, I'm okay, I'm all right. But then as it gets up to the moment where they both come to this, this guy ends up, her husband, they go to a diner, they're kicking it, they're eating like nothing, they're just like casual people, they're eating casually, and then it comes out that her, he tells her, I know you're cheating on me, I know I know you secretly had an affair, and that you got attached to this affair, I've been watching you and all this stuff. And she's like, well, yeah, I know you were watching me, and I kept doing it because I know you were. And he's like, well, I want to have a divorce. And she says, fine. And he gives her the papers, and she signs it, and she's like, okay, all right, bye, whatever, yeah, whatever. I figured you were gonna do something sooner or later. I just didn't think you were gonna be cheap and take me to a diner. So, to add insult to injury, he decides to just, hey, you know what, he needs her to come get all the stuff from her, from their home. He wants to send, and she's like, well, there's one thing that I do need to get from the house. And he's like, well, fine, come and get it. So she meets him up at the house, and, things kind of get bad out of hand. She goes in, he goes in behind her, and yeah, he ends up knocking her over the head, taking her to a location where he has the person who was having the affair with his wife, now ex-wife, and he basically frames it to the way that he killed her, but the ex-husband now killed her. So as a week, 2 weeks pass by, 3 weeks, they find their bodies. After so many of that time, during that time, he was questioned as the victim number one. They found him, the officers and detectives found that he was pretty forthcoming. He didn't stop, and even though he was aware that he was a suspect, he completely gave everything he had to do. So after he stopped, then that's when they end up finding her, the woman's body and all the stuff and everything like that. And even though they had a divorce, it wasn't enough for them to say that it was foul play, because the two bodies were different. They had proof of them being in the diner. There was nothing else that was out of the ordinary about about the last incident. So now he's to himself. He's moving on with his life, and he knows he's got away with it.